Mutembega na magwangi ni hudubiz na magwangi ndo maana pia mimi ni gwangi.
Only for
straight up, before any cuts, before anything, we're still in Ghana. Ghana is Africa's first name before Al-Kebulan, before Kemet, before Africa, before Africaye. It was called Ghana. That's where we are. You know, Africa been fucked up for a while on terms of government. You know, this government shit has never made sense to nobody. Either democratic, either whatever, either pornographic, either Republican, either Babrican, you know, they never make sense, gang. But among us, these folks, they are true leaders, gang. Dedan Kimathi was one. We're trying to see who's the next. Gaddafi was another. We're trying to see who's next. Who's the next Gaddafi?
4 days to his first anniversary as the transitional president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore faced an attempted coup.
Je jure devant le peuple burkinabé et sur mon honneur de préserver.
It is an ironic twist of fate for the captain who came to power on September 30th, 2022, after ousting the previous junta leader, Colonel Paul Henry Damiba. Damiba had been in power for only 8 months after ousting Roch Marc Kabore. Damiba's reign came to a quick end on claims that Burkina Faso security crisis was worsening. Traore's military government may have foiled the recent coup, but has the 35-year-old's transitional presidency succeeded where Damiba supposedly failed?
Les changements que nous voyons depuis le coup d'État jusqu'à aujourd'hui, les changements de sécurité, nous on voit beaucoup de choses. À chaque fois on attendait ici, on a tué beaucoup de militaires, on a tué beaucoup de civils. Maintenant aujourd'hui ça diminue.
Ce que moi j'apprécie, c'est qu'il prend les décisions sans avoir peur. De ce côté, moi je suis d'accord avec lui. Et puis il consulte le peuple aussi. Il ne peut pas prendre la décision sans consulter le peuple.
During his inauguration in October 2022, Traore pledged to improve security in the West African country.
You know, it's not easy in Africa for leaders to rally their people behind them, but the subject followership and the leadership kind of connection in Burkina under Ibrahim Traore is very high.
Traore visited Russia in July 2023 to deepen security and economic ties with the country. He held talks with President Vladimir Putin on the sideline of the second Russia-Africa Summit in St. Petersburg.
Je tiens donc vous signifier l'amitié surtout à cette étape actuelle qui est très ardente entre les peuples burkinabés et les peuples russes.
Weeks later, a Russian delegation led by Deputy Defense Minister Yunus Bek Yevkurov visited Burkina Faso as a follow-up to the talks between Traore and Russian President Putin.
La coopération militaire est coopération militaire technique, mais aussi la coopération dans le domaine de l'économie, dans le domaine de l'énergie nucléaire, c'est toutes les questions et on va faire notre mieux pour vous aider de développer dans toutes ces sphères.
The growing ties between Ouagadougou and Moscow have attracted a lot of attention, given Burkina Faso's deteriorating relations with the Western countries, especially former colonial ruler France. Burkina Faso expelled French troops in February 2023 amid growing anti-French sentiments in the region.
Yup, that's what we are gonna do. Tell the white man to get the fuck out of here, man. Hey, listen. We don't need no fucking white people. They fucked us first time. Why you think they ain't gonna fuck us the second time, gang? On Dedan Kimathi, gang, ask yourself, why are they still here? because they ain't got nothing at their place. They're trying to make this their place. Nobody's free. We ain't free, gang. We ain't free. We ain't free, gang. We ain't free.
The French had operated for nearly a decade on an anti-terror mission in the West African country, where militant groups have been active since 2015. The security situation in Burkina Faso, however, remains unstable. According to the World Bank, there were fewer than 50,000 internally displaced persons in the country in January 2019, but the number jumped to more than 2 million by the end of March 2023.
Yo, I'm telling you, gang. How can you be internally displaced? That makes zero sense, gang. How can you be internally displaced? At your place, gang? That means, wait. How can you be internally displaced in your country, gang? Because of war, but you're still in your country. I mean, nobody has their own land. We are visitors, gang. We are gonna die. One thing we are sure of, whenever you're not sure you will get born. You're not sure you'll marry. You're not sure you'll get 3 million. You're not sure you'll get a Lamborghini, but you're sure, goddamn, you die, goddamn, and you're sure you ain't going with nothing. Nobody should own no land, gang. The land is enough for everybody. We just need a small piece for our bed, a small piece for goddamn, a small piece for farming. That's all. Nobody needs a full acre, gang. That's greed. Nobody needs an acre, gang. That's why we have internally displaced person. Fuck all your capitalist, gang.
The situation is part of the wider endemic insecurity affecting several countries in the Sahel region, including Niger and Mali, where armed groups continue to unleash deadly violence.
Russia should do all it takes to help, but still, relying on Russia alone cannot solve anything. After all, the Wagner Group has been in Mali for some time, but I would say the gains that the Malians have recorded under their partnership with Wagner, to me, is nothing to write home about.
And now, President Traore is prominently strengthening ties with the junta-led neighboring countries of Mali and Niger. The three countries have signed a defense and economic bloc known as the Alliance of Sahel States.
Toute atteinte à la souveraineté et à l'intégrité territoriale d'une ou plusieurs parties contractantes sera considérée comme une agression contre les autres parties et engagera un devoir d'assistance et de secours de toutes les parties.
The move to create an alliance was triggered by the political and diplomatic tensions in the region following Niger's July 26 coup d'état. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, had threatened military intervention and imposed economic sanctions in an attempt to force the junta in Niger to relinquish power and reinstate deposed President Mohamed Bazoum.
80% of the success of this partnership would depend on, their ingenuity, what they, as African leaders, really want to do to bring stability to their country. And it boils down to good governance, dividends of good governance to their locals.
Traore's transitional government has come under criticism for the suspension of the constitution and dissolution of parliament.
There we go, man. That's the solution to every freaking country in Africa, gang. suspend the like in our country 254 gang. We did suspend our constitution first of all and write our own shit, gang. Let me explain to you how Americans and how the Europeans came and conquered Africa. So imagine this, gang. Imagine this. These are facts on God, on Dead and Kimathi, gang. So imagine a peaceful world. Nobody has ever thrown a punch to each other, gang. We were all living like, Africa was heaven, gang. Africa was and still is heaven, gang. Everybody came to Africa to learn. Egypt was like the main metropolitan. So these fucking white people, gang, they came, they found peaceful niggas. They found niggas just sitting by, loving each other. Nobody was throwing a punch. Nobody knew even to throw a punch, gang. We were not killing animals. We were just eating fruits, gang, and vegetables, gang. So, this white motherfucker king, you know what he did? He started fucking shit up. If you don't know how to fight, if you've never fought, the only weapons you are having were for protection. Just protect yourself from the wild animals. Nothing more, nothing less. There comes this blonde eye, this blonde hair, blue eyes, gang. These barbarians, nigga, they fuck us up, gang. We were beaten, gang. We didn't know how to fight, gang. We were living so peacefully. Nobody was fighting nobody. We were just chilling. These niggas were just total chaos from where they were from. These white niggas, man. So they were beating us every day. They were feeling good on our women every day. That's the first time they were seeing like big ass, gang. Swear on Dead and Kimathi. So that's how they came. Fuck shit up. Burnt all our knowledges, gang. That's why most of you black niggas are fucked up in their mind, don't know nothing. Don't know your gods, gang. We were the gods. We were the creators of information, gang. We were everything, gang. They came. They fucked us up. They still fucking us up with the Constitution. They fucked us up with the Bible, gang. They fucked us up with the Quran, gang. They fucked us up with the Torah, gang. We just, man, Africa ain't in a good place right now, gang. But this man we seeing, man, he's on their asses like Didi, gang. Bigger President Traore.
Analysts say the recent coup attempts against him could also mean there are some levels of discontent in the country as he continues to consolidate his grip on power.
Les hommes politiques ont été réduits au silence, à tel enseigne qu'on n'a pas aussi un leader politique qui sort du lot, qui s'exprime et qui s'assume. Quoi qu'il en soit, les hommes politiques ont été véritablement réduits au silence, à tel enseigne que c'est devenu même un silence assourdissant. C'est un silence qui dérange, parce que étant donné qu'il y a des libertés qui sont plus ou moins stressées, quand les hommes politiques ne disent rien, c'est compliqué. Même de communiquer, c'est la même chose pour les organisations de la société civile, mais c'est beaucoup plus pour les partis politiques. Les partis politiques ne peuvent plus tenir les réunions. Même les réunions du bureau politique national sont suspendues.
Besides the political situation, there has been a sharp decline in economic growth, particularly in agriculture, which is a strategic sector in the country. The economic growth...
Yeah, whenever you're fighting these powers, they'll do shit like this. Tell you like, no fuck economic growth. These niggas are eating the biggest onions in the world, gang. We've seen like, hold up. I've never seen so much wool like this, gang.
In agriculture, which is a strategic sector...
They're still eating, gang. Fuck the world. Fuck exporting, gang. When your people are eating good, when everybody's okay, Fuck the economic, gang. That's how they get us, gang. With all this English spell. You know, English is just spelling, gang. Like literary. It's spell. You are taught how to spell. These words are spells, gang. What is economic, gang? As long as you're eating, gang. As long as your country is peaceful. Fuck all the other shit. Nothing else matter, gang. Everything will come later. So we don't care, gang. We need Traore in every country, gang. And protect Traore. Protect women. Protect children. And protect President Traore, gang. On everything. On Dead and Kemadi.
In the country, the economic growth slowed to 2.5% in 2022, according to the World Bank's latest economic update. Burkina Faso also posted the highest.
Fuck World Bank too, gang. We don't care what they say, gang. We know World Bank is Rockefeller Bank, gang. We know y'all, gang. But we need money, gang. We need money as a tool, gang, but we don't need love for money, gang. We just need money.
Highest inflation rates among countries in the West African Economic and Monetary Union. The country is an emerging exporter of gold. More than 40% of the population lives below the poverty line.
Why do you think that's so, gang? Because the fucking Europeans, gang. But watch, in 3 years, all the gold will be sold to the fucking Europeans with the right price. Fuck the brokers, gang. We need Traore in each country, gang, in Africa, gang. So protect Traore. Bust a shot for Traore. On gang, on gang.
Les emplois pour les jeunes, je pense que ça peut au moins avancer les choses.
According to the Transitional Charter, Traore is expected to lead the country until July 2024, when a general election is scheduled to take place. Currently, under the charter, he is not eligible to vie for the presidency in the upcoming elections. However, the political situation remains unpredictable.
That's what I'm saying, gang. Fuck the bitches constitutions. We need our constitutions, gang. See, my thought on this political thing is this, gang. If you want your country to grow, just select one leader and let the family rule forever, gang. Nobody should vie for the president no more. Just one family, rule us, one good family to rule us forever. Let us vote for the fucking MPs, for the governors, but let one family rule so that we can get a fucking complete development, not half developments, gang. If one family would rule, whatever the father will start, the next kid will make sure it is done, and they will start something else, and the next kid make sure it's done. But nigga, when you change every fucking 5 years, every fucking 10 years, then the one coming is the is the enemy of the president who was before. Now goddamn, he'll scrap everything the other president was doing and trying to do his own shit. After 10 years, nothing is complete, gang. We just need one leader to lead even for 100 years, gang. Let the family lead for 100 years, then we switch. It's like fucking getting from a bad relationship to another relationship, gang. You need a break, gang. We don't need to fucking vote every goddamn time, gang. After every few fucking years, we are voting. Bad president. After another fucking 10 years, fucking voting. Fucking bad president, gang. We need a break, gang. When you coming from an abusive relationship, you don't jump straight to another relationship. Swear on Dead and Kemad, you take a break, gang. We need to take a break from these fucking elections, gang. We just get a hierarchy and let them do their shit, gang. Because we are fucked in any way, gang. Big up Traore once again. Boss.